One is this method in which you are trying to make the mind quiet or single pointed on its own without any external anchor. Whereas all other methods, everything else, is that first you try to gather the mind using that as an anchor. So like any body part like Kriya Yoga, different thing, so you try to focus on that one, and then breath also you focus, so you stick to that one as an anchor. So here in this, no anchor is given, you just watch in between eyebrows. So this is the one of the highest methods practiced in ancient India also. Of course, it was initiated by Lord Shiva into this. Swamiji was initiated into this meditation technique and tapas also. So thus, we would like to pass it on. He passed it on to us, he initiated that. So we carry on the legacy. This is one thing. Otherwise, this is the highest method in which you don't have to use any anchor or you won't take any step. It's like all other methods are first you go to moon and then from there to Mars. That time. But here, directly you are going to Mars. Means you get recruited as an officer directly. You don't have to become a clerk, get promoted, and then come to the officer. So if you quieten the mind, simply it goes introvert and merges without any stop anywhere. You just continue. That is the benefit of this method. Somewhere in the medieval times, slowly, as many people could not understand this silent meditation, because if they are used to a form of God or a name of God, they would wonder, this is just nothing, where are we concentrating, whom are we calling, whom are we meditating on? These doubts occur many people. So then to make it easy so that they can understand better, forms, names, mantra, different methods of meditation have been given to different gurus. Then nowadays, so most of the gurus think that everybody cannot go into a silent meditation, they need the mantra or something else, and eventually it will happen. Then it happens. But Swamiji was a different type of person. You are just catch hold the main suit, why can't you do it? Because he did it. Then he would ask anyone, what's wrong? You just try and you can do it. Why do you think that you cannot do? That itself is wrong. If you sit down, if you see, mind becomes quiet, and you will see the Atma, it will come. This took a very simple and easy way. Any meditation, it's like preparing for death. Slowly as the mind turns introvert, its outside consciousness all decreases, disappears, becomes unconscious to the outside world, it's conscious to itself. So that's how it keeps going. When death happens also it is the same. Temporarily an unconsciousness happens. So you don't know anything. When the brain dies, mind gets detached. So mind doesn't have anything to catch of this world. So it is unconscious of this world. But whatever it is used to, it spins on that thoughts. That becomes intensity of thought, and next birth comes for that one. In the same way, meditation also, in a way you are preparing, you are practicing the death, how it's going to be when death happens. Simply, you become unconscious. Until the mind clings on to the idea of death, then it is scared. It is scary, panic, when it doesn't know, it clings on. Oh, what happens when we die? We start imagining this world. Oh, we will lose this, we won't be able to see this. Our dear ones are all sitting, we won't be able to see anybody. So that's what panic. But once it happens, it's beautiful. You don't have anything. Sometimes you all try to think, when there is something, some problem also comes. If there is nothing, No problem. If I exist only, you can trouble me. If I don't exist at all, how can you trouble me? At peace. This may appear a bit strange, but that is the experience of the ultimate truth. It's actually a very classified information. But that's a joke, but I will tell you. When you have merged in that, you cannot even experience your existence. You are simply there because no attributions, no imaginations are there. When there is no thought or imagination of I, that I existing also doesn't occur, but you are there. This existence you can experience as an eternal entity only in a duality. Just like when you see the mirror, you can exactly know how your face is looking. No matter 100 people talk about your face, is different thing. But if you look into a mirror in a duality, then you will know, oh, this is you like that. So that is the only purpose, perhaps, though it may not be conclusive, for the creation, for the soul getting separated. Though it may not, for this purpose only it is getting separated, but by chance it is getting separated because of its imagination. But then it is guaranteed it will go back. Every individual soul will go back to the self. As we tell kids, it's only a matter of time. If you are serious, if you understand it, if you put an effort vigorously today, so then you can achieve that in this life, or it will continue. You will get some more kenning, and then next life you will get into that. Enough. I must get it this life. So like that, then you will get it. So that is the only chance, possibility. Otherwise there is no other use for the self, because it doesn't need anything. It doesn't even need imagination for its happiness or existence. All yogis are one with the divinity, all pervading. Because your mind is used for a frame of picture and a sound effect. Sight and sound, these two are the thing. So that's why Ramakrishna means your picture will come, that a bearded old man or coming like that. Swamiji means that thing, and Babaji means this. Like this, that imagination is in your mind. But they are not in that form. That body got exhumed. Ramakrishna devotees, disciples, they were very innocent young people. They didn't even know a yogi needs to be buried. That's the traditional thing. They just took his body and put it into funeral pyre, burnt it. अब स्वामीजी का body, where is it? Swamiji hai in your memory, in your imagination, as this space. This space is Swamiji was, because you are unable to communicate and you cannot feel anything. You are used to feel the matter. You are not used to feel the space. You are feeling this, yet you think that you are not feeling anything. It is void. That's all that is the imagination effect. What you have imagined is wrong. So that's why you are unable to feel that. That is what is explained in the legend that Swamiji also used to tell. An enormous portion of consciousness arose from the Supreme Consciousness. So because of energy presence, when it imagined, creation started happening. Means the potential power of that was so strong, this physical world started coming into existence. That's what galaxies, new planets coming, new stars coming, keeps happening simply. like a Big Bang type of thing. People have tried to many theories for that. That is explained as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, because that portion of the consciousness did not get involved into its creation. So when the creation did not stabilize, it simply disappeared. So that's when, to keep it stabilized, illusion was created. Illusion means, like the thing, first Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, okay, you all escaped getting involved with the world, creation. Next generation will not be like that. Some energy, some conscious thought like that. That they have to get involved with what they create, what they imagine. Then only the creation can go on. So if everybody becomes sannyas and nobody is interested, they become quiet mentally also, then the world disappears, it merges with the self. But to keep it go on for some time, so ego was given. With that ego, see, that's how the devatas, angels and the demons, they are the other thing. So they became insecure, wanting the power for throne, they started fighting. So both the devatas and the rakshasas, the demons. So that's how generation after generation, the consciousness went on getting corrupted. More corrupted, they lost more power, they more corrupted. Like that, the journey has happened finally, and you have become a human being. Imagine how far you have come from your real self. Here and there, here itself. Not that you have come from 5,000 light years distance. You are here. Your original self also is here. From here only you have created so much of illusion. If that original self is not visible, the rest is all visible. Perhaps like that, some clue that would have happened. May not be conclusive, but this is one possibility. Because otherwise, if like the Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, they are not involved, then if you don't get involved with the thought that comes, then it disappears very quickly, within a fraction of a moment or something. It won't be there. And it loses its significance, because you are not interested to hold on to that. So that is how. So if they had become interested, they wouldn't have been divine personalities. That's why we consider them as divine trinities, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Total 100% watching is not happening. That's why half you experience as if you are running, half you are experiencing as if you are watching. So that half appears to be pleasant, another half of the same mind appears to be troublesome. When it is going after when it goes after the thought, it considers that thought to be a reality. That's what generates all emotions when you consider a certain, say, a certain person criticizer. When we consider that to be a total truth, then we can get affected. Whether we are hurt, we are egoistic, we are anger, anything can happen. If we don't consider that as a truth, nothing is there. You are just watching. So that was the concept when Swamiji also told, like he told Lord Shiva came in his hand, made Swamiji to sit down and went to Suryaloka, all those experiences. He went inside Suryaloka, it was burning for him, burning sensation. Then Swamiji shouted to Bhagavan Shiva, and then Shivji brought him back and dipped him in all the rivers. Suddenly Swamiji saw he was in the Dhyana Mandira, Adivarapeta, sitting like that. That he used to say. But hardly anybody would notice that point of Swamiji. They used to get wonder, oh, Swamiji went to Suryaloka, Swamiji did this, Swamiji did that. So finally that is the thing. So you give up that one, you don't like that one, so then you become quiet. Then you are here, simply. That's what you have to do. When it's going after that, don't feel interested with the thought, then it will come back, mind. You just begin with watching. As you go on becoming quiet, that also disappears that you are watching.
Yeah, that's
As it reaches the height. And as the thinking, the absorption happens. When the absorption happens, by then the mind would have lost any idea that it is merging. It will simply merge. It won't think that it is merging. That an idea wouldn't come. Prominence in that. Simply it merges. As it merges, you go on losing everything. Existence of the individual, imagined self, it all gone. And merger takes silence. Before that it comes and goes. Oscillation that you are trying to bring it and it's running, you are trying to bring it. The dual battle happens. Finally when it picks up once, when it crosses the barrier, then it gets attracted. Then this magnetic force of the divinity simply takes back, sucks. Until then, you have to apply some willpower, understanding, need to detachment, impermanence, all this will be helpful. Then you cross. Once you cross that barrier, then you don't have to think anything. It will simply take you. The body sitting like that is not a need for me to inspire, it's a part of the mission work. Taking the role of a guru, we have to play that part so that everybody is disciplined and try to meditate. Yet it's not very easy to keep everybody disciplined. She's watching. Argue kar rahi thi, she was arguing with me. Really don't know how does this happen. Maybe the manifestation is more at that time. That means probably like when I sit like this, your mind unknown to imagine now Babaji is meditating, probably for our sake. Now the vibrations are coming. And you start feeling that vibrations. Something like that funny might happen. Because in me there is no imagination of any such thing. Don't even know or think that any vibrations are going. Only one thing, know that vibrations are always there, whether I am awake, with open eyes or with meditative eyes, it is the same. Simply, but when you develop that faith now, then you get it. Not equivalent to that. Whichever has come out in imagination, they are all smaller portions. Because the absolute is simply absolute. Nothing can be equivalent to the absolute. Only the absolute can be equivalent to absolute. For some time stubbornly, the against forces, it goes on and on. So the divine knows it will come back. Where will it go? So like that it will come back. Because it will excited, it dances and goes and goes. Finally it is tired. Oh God, now I have to go back. It will come back. Like that, it has to come back. But such a force cannot go against the divinity absolute ever. Different teachers have explained different, but Ramana Maharshi has told the line. During the practice of tapas, suddenly the mind becomes unconscious. So that will be a yoga nidra, and that can continue for some time. Simply during that time, the purification will stop for a while. So this thing happens. So you are in the yoga, but you have gone to a nidra. That's how yoga nidra. So you will come back. So Yoga Vasishtha story also Ramana Maharshi has told in his book. Once a master was there, So he asked his disciple to get a glass of water. By the time he went and brought it, he was into meditation, he went into samadhi. So when he opened eyes, suddenly remembered, I had asked Javier to get a glass of water. Madam, only some bones were all there here and there, and a glass was lying there. So he was wondering, what happened to these people? Then the Asharirvani comes from within. 1,000 years ago you asked for a glass of water. You suddenly went into a yoga nidra. Your disciple has become bones. Don't worry, you won't be that. That's the story is funny, very funny. The time lapse happens. But final merger had not happened. That was significantly Ramana Maharshi said. 1,000 years had happened for this world's dimension, but that it delayed that much because he is going to yoga nidra. So that's one. So you have to be alert until the merger all happens. That mergers yoga is above that nidra. That's what is important. Otherwise the purification won't happen, it will be stuck there. No, I didn't experience like that. Because Swamiji always taught me, must not lose consciousness. So I never got attracted for anything like that. So I was totally quiet going on. This is what I explained in a simple language present day. Maybe different teachers would have tried to talk about it in different way. No, this is not, it is in the middle something. Because if you tell ki nidra means, people will imagine normal sleep. That's why. But actually, like as you were in tapas, yoga, that purification was happening vigorously, suddenly something stuck. So it was not actually a sleep, yet it was like a sleep. It became unconscious of what was happening. So then it couldn't become purified. It couldn't become purified means the mind, which is the consciousness, it will be holding on some habits of imagination. That might be the thing which might create some visions, some manifestations, something like that. And then they come back. It is not necessary for everybody to happen. We are fortunate to have a guru like Swamiji who taught me. Chatish, never get attracted for anything. Anything means anything. Do you understand? To stay. Then you would ask, if Swamiji comes and asks you to come and get up and get married, what will you do? You must keep quiet, must not react. Don't get attracted. Don't think the Guru is commanding, I may have to do also. Thought must not come to you. Just be quiet. Like the Swamiji used to tell me. तुमको क्या है? चुप में बैठना बस है. आने दो, करने दो. Like that is it. Actually, no exact answer comes out of a free will of this, anything. On one side, if you see, like when you heard there is going to be a retreat, Babaji will be conducted, you thought we must go. And then you got up, booked your flights and you came. So some would like to call this as free will. You exercised your free will and you came, you got up and came. But the source of that free will also nobody knows. From where that inspiration came. Must go, we try. So when you try, it happens. So if you try to go back to the source, that is coming from the source. So at that time, again, the free will appears no meaningful at all. No meaning at all. So like that every day we do it. We think that we are at a free will, but we are doing unknown to us, everything, right from sustaining the physical body, having a food, going to sleep, anything whether we like or not, we have to do, like hundreds of things are there. A life to sustain, anything we would have adopted, whether we like or not, we have to do like that. So that is what it is. The source is the highest divinity. That also has no such wishes finally. It is simply by a divine play it's happening. There is neither reaction nor action is happening anywhere. Simply somewhere you have to stop and believe there is a free will. There is a free will. There is no free will, everything happens. So that also happens. It won't allow you to sit down in a corner quietly. It induces you to do that one. People think, if everything has to happen according to God's wishes, let it happen, we'll sit in a corner. At that time, that was the God's wish that you sit in a corner. So like that, these things have no answer, no conclusive answer. So that's what the things happen. Because the creation is made up of in such a way, guarantee, it will not allow anybody to sit peacefully. Even if you plan to sit into a corner, something will come and it will wake you up, it will make you to go, get involved like that. Finally, when you give up the idea of this world only, that consciousness settles into that. So there both loses its significance, free will or who has willed for us. Actually, yogi doesn't visualize either of the things. Simply things are happening. It's moving and it's happening. Nobody has willed, or no individual wills are also there. So they need to understand the need. Then only you will set a priority. When I talk to people like all of you, know that you need to earn a livelihood or you need food to sustain the physical body. To do that, you won't wait for a guru like me to come and give you a talk or a lecture. First priority, you will do that one. Even if you cannot afford to be sleeping all the 24 hours, you will have to get up. Because you know that otherwise you cannot sustain the body. Same way, suddenly Javier tells, Sally, you have a time bomb under your Charles. So you will first priority get up. You would like to save yourself. You won't tell that, oh, Javier, I am very busy writing. Just now I cannot get up, it's not possible. The bomb would explode and you cannot even dare to write anything. That we have to understand. That time bomb is here. The heart. Any moment it can stop. Physical bodies are there. We cannot guarantee that I am going to be 40 years and I am going to another 100 years. Not possible any. It can happen after 30 years. It can happen tomorrow. That we have to realize. The impermanence of the body. So once in a life cycle opportunity is there. Using this body only, we can achieve that supreme peace for which we are running in this world. Using some of this point, we can try to make them understand. It might click to some people, who knows.